K-Rino, trying to tell you, man. Friday Night Live. We here with y'all. I said we are here. So try to get into action with y'all tonight. We'll do another open topic and see where that goes. In the meantime, and in between time, as y'all come in, be sure to hit the like button for your big brother. I will do everything in my power to ignore a friend that's here, but y'all might see him at some point. Click the like button as y'all come in. That's that thumbs up, the icon logo thingy that's right there. So y'all make sure y'all do that. And we'll get it going, man. We'll get it going. I see a few of y'all coming in. This is open topic. Get out. Get down. Get down. I tell you to be. I got a visitor. Like I said, I might bring him in at some point, but not right now. We got to get down to business. But y'all click the like button, man, and let's get it on. I see a few of y'all sliding in. No time is it? Okay, I made it before midnight, so I don't feel so bad. Ramadan Kareem, Brother Youssef, this is the start of Ramadan. So to all those who are fasting for the holy month of Ramadan, blessings to you. May your fast be successful. May your discipline and spirituality and everything that's encompassed in it, your reading, your health, may all that increase during this holy month of Ramadan. I wish everybody the best, man. I see a lot of people coming in, showing their love. Okay. Well, we'll get it on, man. We'll get it on. We'll start it up with, like I said, this is an open topic. This is an open topic. So that means any question that y'all have for me, any comments, anything y'all might want me to discuss or whatever, feel free to mention it. If I know about it, I'll talk about it. If I don't, then I won't. Hey, y'all not clicking the like, man. Whoever's in here, y'all click that thumbs up for your big brother. Let's get that going, man. It's real easy to do. You just click it. Click it or tick it. Yeah. Rush, I talked to Tom McDonald on your behalf. I'm hoping. I always hear people talk about Tom McDonald. I don't know who Tom McDonald is. I haven't had a chance to go check him out, but people always come on my streams and they mention his name a lot. Yeah. Jason Brody says, how's what Trump said to the Ukrainian president? What you mean, how's what Trump said? Yep. Said he has a lot of social media influence. He could bring you money and exposure while he gets some old school knowledge. Who? Oh, Tom McDonald. Okay. Amber Kelso, I see you. Youssef says, tell us more about your feature with Ras Kass, Soul on Ice 3. Yeah, that was a few years back. I think that might have been, yeah, that was I can't remember the year, but that was some years back. Ras Kass is another one of those rappers who I feel is criminally underrated and undermentioned. he's easily one of the dopest rappers to ever do it, one of the dopest lyricists to ever do it, one of the most clever rappers to ever come across, from punchlines to the voice delivery to longevity, to influence. Ras Kass is one of the greatest ever. So when I was asked to be on his project, it's like, psh, you ain't got to say nothing else. I'm honored. So yeah, man, I was, and Sold on Ice was a classic. So just even if it's Sold on Ice 3, if it's Sold on Ice 58, if he asked me to be on it, I'm like, let's go, man. Shout out to the homie Ras Kass, man. And on top of that, because a lot of times we could talk about guys being really good rappers, but we don't always have the opportunity, or we're not always able to truthfully say that they're good people. Ras Kass is a cool dude, man, good person. So yeah, shout out. Oh, okay. Still can't believe what I just saw Trump telling that bloke from Ukraine. Man, hey, man. Trump got a job to do. And his job, I got to weigh my words when I talk about stuff like this. He is unknowingly ushering in the fall of America. I'll say that. Yeah. Is that Burkinabe soldier? What do you think about Trump's order to make English the national language of America recently? English is not the national language of America already? What do you mean? Man, y'all are really, really dropping the ball on this like button tonight, man. Y'all refuse to just click these likes tonight. Y'all ain't gonna let it happen tonight. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you saying Trump's order to make English the national language of America. I thought English was the national language of America. Am I like not understanding something? Sidwell, what's up? Said for the past 3 days, your podcast been my cup of tea. It's cool to catch you live on the fourth. Hey man, I appreciate it. Sidwell, man, you know what, man? It's people like you that make my day because I'm really, really invested into the Underground Dialogue podcast, which is Keisto and myself's podcast. I'm really invested in that, man. I really, really wanted to do well. And, we take a lot of pride in trying to bring good content. And so for you to say that you've been watching the podcast and getting down for the past 3 days on the podcast, I appreciate that. I wish I had 1 million people more like you, bro. The world would be a wonderful place. Jason Brody, World War III type of yeah, no question. I mean, look, man, I can only say it the way I can say it. I'm not gonna say it in a way like I just know every detail and know everything, and I'm not that dude that try to get a little information and then just act like I'm the holy prophet. Nah, but I believe in what the men of God say. Like I say, he got a job to do, you know, and like I say, he's gonna usher in the utter destruction of this country unless a miracle happens. Mr. Death Metal, are you watching the Tank Davis fight tomorrow? Can't say I will, can't say I won't. I don't plan on watching it. Who is he fighting? A lot of times when they don't fight people that I know, then I don't really watch. Yeah. Tyrone Manor, it mean what it say. What mean what say? And this is this Fambo podcast? Everybody hit the like button. It's free. Thank you, man. No, they don't want to click that like tonight, but so I'm not gonna push the issue. Yeah. The third world is yours. Practice opening the third eye. Okay, how I get rid of hold on. Let me see. Let me move. Hold on, let me make sure first. Let me make sure. I'm not gonna block nobody until I make sure. Sometimes you can read something wrong and the person wasn't trying to talk stupid and you accidentally run them off the block. But I'm gonna wait. Because one thing about a troll, they don't stop. They'll keep coming. So if a troll sends something and you don't respond to it, they'll come back around with something else which will prove that they're trolling. So let me wait out before I do what I think I'm gonna have to do. D Reed, I was jamming y'all track last night. What track? Who was y'all? What track? Samuel Marquez Militia, can you please make What's About to Happen Part 2? It may not be the title that, but I have some stuff that I'm gonna speak on that I've learned and have been learning. So yeah, it's some stuff coming about some stuff that's coming. But I'm not the source of it. It's gonna all be from what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught and what Mr. Farrakhan is teaching. Terrence Smith. Okay, yeah, okay, Terrence Smith. I'm just trying to see. I wanted to see first. You know, sometimes I can read something wrong and it might not be meant to be that way. But you're right, Terrence. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna wait and see. We keep moving, man. We're grown in here. This is the grown folks. We got a small community. There ain't many of us that come through here, but we grown, man. You know, we don't play silly games like that. And anytime we have, it's very, very, very rare, but we have situations like that. But when we do, I like to make a point of mentioning that most of the time when you see people that troll on people's social media and live streams or whatever, most of the time these are adults doing that. These are not 9-year-olds or 12-year-olds. These are grown men. I don't really see women acting like this, which is like I say, these are grown men that want to let me type something stupid. So that's what makes it sad. It's sad, Terrence. It's sad. It's like, dude, what's are you okay? What's the matter? What happened? What happened to you? It's gonna be all right. Get you some help. You're grown. You're in your 30s. You're in your 20s. God forbid you're in your 40s or 50s. Is that Daddy? Daddy finally got the milk. Appreciate the love, man. Thank you so much. Greatest artist, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Calvin Will. I'm seeing a lot of new names in here tonight, man. I appreciate all the new people, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel. All my new people who may not be shown in here regularly. Y'all subscribe to the channel. And again, like I said, subscribe to our podcast channel, which is the Underground Dialogue Podcast. Go check us out. And I would love for y'all to mess with my everyday videos as well, man. Calvin Weaver says, sending you all positive vibes for positive lives. Always through the power of music and love. Blessed be. Come on now. Wise words. Music is a universal language of the human spirit. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. If y'all see me like sit up every now and then and kind of adjust, that's because this old basketball knee be bothering me sometimes. All right. Lord have mercy. Grown people, man. Grown people. Grown people who don't know how to do grown people things. Hey, man, chill out. Man. Do you think someday we could meet and make Hamburger Helper together? No. Record TV, what's up, man? Man, Fanbo Podcast. Future Shock, what was the information of making this song? I'm a real huge science fiction fan, and it just came to my mind to want to make a song to try to put it on people's minds what it would be like if that were possible, if that concept of time travel were possible, somebody mastered that. And the concept is based around somebody actually figuring it out in like the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So they figured out in the 80s in order to make the person who time traveled appear in the current time. So, yeah. Big Twilight Zone fan. I think they had a concept similar to that. Mr. T, what up? Take that H out my name, Mr. T. Take that H out of there, man. Tapping in from St. Louis. This thing with Trump is like your song Valley of the City. Yeah, man, I see that this whole situation is getting a lot of attention. Speaking of attention, somebody always wanting attention, man. Yeah, but it's getting a whole lot of attention. We're just gonna wait and see where it goes. I think when something just first happens, a lot of times we kind of, we're reactive to it. But all these pieces, all these pieces that they are a part of a puzzle, a future completed puzzle. We just have to see how the pieces land, man. God is great, Jason. You've taught me to open my eyes even more. Hey, give God the credit. Darnell Tolbert, what's going on? Man, such is life. Hey, look, let me give y'all some game. Y'all take that H. There's no H in my name, y'all. It's K-R-I-N-O. There's no H. People pronounce it sometimes like it's an H, so they'll say K-Rino or something like that. But there's no H in it, y'all. Much love, such is life. Yeah, when you come on the channel, you'll see how it's spelled. There's no H in it, y'all. Robert Mello. Man, we got a lot of new people in here, man. I appreciate all my new folks. Y'all click that like button. I see the homie Mars 1 is up in this thing. Shadow Mob. Ricky, what's up, Ricky? Is that Ricky SV? Where's the wizard gone? The wizard is right here, my friend. Ain't nothing happened. Calvin Weaver, salute to you, man. I appreciate the love. Why was my salute way over here like a Hitler sign? Wait a minute. Let me fix my salute. Yeah, salute to you. I was saluting way over here like I was dabbing or something. Like I was hiding from a punch or something. Yeah. This is open topic, y'all. This is open topic, y'all. Lady Trill, I had to exit YouTube because it wasn't allowing me to like. That might be what's going on. Because I was soliciting for my likes earlier and nobody was liking, so it might have been something going on with the system. Got some strange things going on in here tonight. Some strange stuff happening in here tonight, man. The one thing I'm gonna teach y'all new people that's coming in kind of weird, coming in funny. You get one. You get one. If I determine that you're a troll, the second one, this ain't baseball. You don't get 3 strikes. I'm a pretty patient guy. I'm a pretty tolerant guy. But one thing about your big brother, once I shut you down, it's over. So all of y'all that's coming in with these little funny little comments and stuff like that, y'all in the wrong place. I got to take that to one of those little silly little places that you can, where y'all can play with each other and do that type of stuff. This a grown folk space, man. This a grown folk space. So I'm just noting everyone that's weird, and if I see you be weird again, you will be gone. Poof. Just like that. Beatbox Wayne. What's going on, Beatbox Wayne? Yep. Okay, that's another somebody else. Let me see. Uncle Cletus. Man, L Dub been getting some requests on that. Will L Dub the Magnificent return? It's hard to say. I don't know. It's a good question though. Lord save us. Man, I appreciate that. Shout out to the homie Tragic. Is that Music Fan 658? Is reading a Bible wrong? Man, what a great question. No, it's not wrong for you to read a Bible. There are 2 things that come to mind. I'm sure there are more. But the only thing we got to understand about reading a Bible is that the Bible has been tampered with and touched and changed and interpreted so many times, revised so many different times by so many different people in so many different places around the world that its original form is not readily available to everybody. But the form that is in existence still has a lot of truth in it. So what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says is that we believe in the truth of the Bible, but we believe that the Bible needs to be reinterpreted because it's been tampered with. And I'm paraphrasing. It's been tampered with. So it has to be reinterpreted so that man would not be caught up in the snares of the tampering. I'm paraphrasing. So no, if you know how to decipher and recognize the truth of the Bible, it's okay because you can read basic common sense in the Bible. If the Bible says don't steal, okay, you can't say that that's wrong information. We just have to learn how to decode the current versions of the Bible. But no, it's not reading. Reading the Bible is not wrong. Even the bad parts you need to read that and understand it so you can recognize it. Even the stuff they changed and tampered with and added, you need to know all that. Yeah. Masiko Lee, I appreciate the compliment. Darko, what's going on? Darko says, here's fan 20 years plus, in which I started listening. Stories from the Black Book until now. Oh man, come on, man. Appreciate that, Darko. See, any of y'all that been rocking with me for that long, bruh. First of all, let me say, I don't care if you just start listening to my music yesterday. I appreciate you, and you're welcome. But if you've been listening to my music for 20, 25 years, 10, 15, 30, man, y'all been rocking with me for the whole journey pretty much. Uncle Cletus says Southside still holding. You went to Milby? Okay, there it is. I went to Sterling. Uncle Cletus. Jason said, insecure grown men they are. Yeah, man, I mean, come on, man. It's not, it doesn't anger me. This is what I want you to know. When I see a grown man taking time out of his life to come onto a social media platform and a live stream setting and start playing and giggling and trolling and putting little silly little comments that for some reason that just tickles you to death. I don't get mad. I'm kind of like, I get sad. I'm like disappointed. I'm like, same like I said, I'm like, what's wrong? What happened to you? You okay? You good? What's wrong? Did someone do something to you? You know, you got to talk to them. Did someone do something to you? You grown, man. Quit acting like that. You're grown. You're a man. Men don't do silly little stuff like that. Grow up. Evan Almighty, I appreciate the love, man. The love for Mastermind Alliance Publishing Group. Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate the love, Evan Almighty. Appreciate the super chat. Respect to you, man. Nobody says I'm at Milby now. Wow. Zico Lee says trolls tend to be just unpleasant people. They really do want someone's attention. Well, you know, it's okay to want someone's attention. It's not okay to try to get that attention in a childish, stupid, silly way. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're 5 years old. Unless you're a dog. Unless you're a baby. But if you are a grown man or a grown adult-aged male, it's sad. Find you something to do, man. Find you something to do. Find the purpose in your life. What's up, Yogi? Young Yogi. I'm going to be out that way tomorrow, man. I'm going to be coming out that way tomorrow. I don't know what you got going on, but I'm going to be out that way tomorrow. I'll hit you up and let you know where I'm going to be at. If you're free. Yeah. If you're free. Is that Y Badger? I see you. Calvin said he been rolling with his big brother for 7 years. Man, appreciate that, Calvin. Oh, let me get rid of this cat. Hold on. Let me get rid of this child. Let me put the babies to bed. Gotta put the babies to bed. Sometimes when when the kids is acting up, you gotta just put them to bed. These are grown men. That's sad, man. Wolfgang, I want to come back to Germany bad, man. We working on some stuff. I got some stuff in place, but we gotta see. Germany has always been one of our biggest international markets. Fan bases big in Germany, man. Just never lined up for us to get out that way and perform. Even though we've been around in that area, I've been in different parts, performed in different parts of Europe. What up, Lou? Oh, okay. A lot of people saying they don't see the like button in the setup. Well, people are they seeing it now. They hitting it now. Yeah. They keep that posture right. Yeah, I'm good. Kevin, none of your business. Says I'm only 25, bro. But your wisdom has been great for the past years, listening, learning. I'm just a white boy from South Central Minnesota. Love you, man. Man, it don't matter if you're white, green, black, purple, orange, blue, or polka dot. Music is a universal language, as somebody said earlier, man. And I appreciate you for for rocking with me. It don't matter if you're only 25. It don't matter. So I appreciate that, man. God is great. Hamburg. Man, Hamburg. Where was I at when I came to Germany? I was in Munich, but I was just passing through. Samuel says, I still listen to Operation Genocide. Man. Access to Rome, what's going down? IMPLTD, I lost touch with South Park Coalition and Rap A Lot Records from way back in the 90s. Our local record store closed down back then. Introduced to Southside Houston by our Kiwi staff. Man, look, we ain't went nowhere. It ain't hard to find. That's one of the pros, the positive things about the internet. You can find us, man. But now you found us. You say you lost touch. Now you talking to me right now, so we back. Appreciate that too, man. Frank Cohen says, I heard a man once say that he throw water balloons with tsunamis in them. Who said that? Who said that, man? Yeah, yeah. 2 pages. Chino Barajas, shout out from the Bay. You had Ali Sadiq on your podcast, and you guys were discussing Cat. You think you'll ever have him as a guest? Also, still waiting on the saga vinyl. Man, you've been following. Um, I know that Ali had some issues with Cat. I don't know Cat personally, so I couldn't say that I would ever have him on my show. Ali is my homie, from way, way back. Um, but yeah, I appreciate you watching, man. Thank you, man. We give some underground dialogue podcast love from the Bay, man. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate that, Chino. Yeah, yeah. EMC, who's gonna carry the boats? What boats? Can you make a tribute song for Sin? Man, R.I.P. to my brother Sin, man. Man, that was my dude, man. That was my dude. They having a benefit for Sin next weekend, I think. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do everything in my power to get to that. Yeah. Lady Trill, it was a shock to me when I discovered your gargantuan catalog. Feels like I'll never catch up. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know how much music I really have, like people who come in, a little later on. But I mean, it's no different from when I really started listening to Sam Cooke. I didn't know how much music he had. I didn't know he had a gospel background. And I went back and heard all the gospel stuff. Like, man, this dude had a whole catalog of gospel songs. Prince and Stevie Wonder and all these different people who have songs that I still haven't heard because they just have put out so much music. So, I just tell people, because people say the same thing. I tell people catch up at your own pace. It's not a rush. Catch up at your own pace. It is what it is. Michi, what's going on, Michi? Michi say, get it right. Yeah, y'all. I love y'all, but quit putting that H in my name. My name is spelled for all over the place. My name is spelled on everything I do, every album. You can Google search it. They don't mean no harm. I mean, it is what it is, but just gotta let them know. And that's another thing because Gavin says, how is it pronounced then? So I respect that because people will see the correct spelling of my name and they'll pronounce it K-Rino. So that's why I'm not tripping because that would make people, if they hearing people call me K-Rino, then naturally it might make them spell it with the H. But the pronunciation of my name is K-Rino, R-I-N-O. So like you see the I-N-O, it would be like if you were spelling casino, or the homie that was just in the chat, his name is Chino. The I-N-O is Eno, Reno, not Rhino. But it's just part of how all this been all my life, so I'm used to it. That's why I don't get upset about it. It's all good. Prove all things. You should do occasional call-in freestyle battles. Well, I may get into stuff like that. I may get into stuff like that. We want to get into some live streaming on our podcasts and stuff like that. So we working on a lot of things where we can be more interactive with y'all. We want to do call-ins. We want to do all kinds of stuff. That's the one thing I miss about when we was doing our radio show. We could get people to call in, stuff like that. Y'all soldier, what's going on? All right. Put some more children to bed. Man, where are these bad children coming from tonight? Which one of y'all didn't put y'all children to bed tonight? And got all these bad children running around. We ain't never had this many trolls in the chat in one night. There's been like 5 or 6 just tonight, and we not even 40 minutes in. So, which one of y'all that let y'all bad children out the cage tonight? Because these are clearly the problem children. Yeah. DNA, you say you heard me on DNA's track? DNA the lyricist? The true lyricist? Man, I appreciate that, and I definitely appreciate DNA, man. Yeah, yeah. You know, like I say, I don't know, maybe they just take the time tonight to say, okay, where we gonna go tonight, y'all? Let's go to this random guy's live stream that we don't even know and just start acting like 5-year-olds, even though we're probably in our 20s or 30s. That's sad, man. I always wonder, that's I will give trolls this attention tonight. I always wonder what kind of lives that y'all have outside of trolling on the internet. Like, do y'all have like wives and stuff and like girlfriends? Do y'all have children? If you are a troll and you got children, you need some help. Something wrong with you. Because if I was 13 years old, if I was 12 or 13 years old and I walked in and happened to see my 42-year-old daddy on the internet giggling and trolling like he was my age, I would look at my daddy like, man, what is wrong with you? That's crazy. It's sad, man. You gotta just put a bunch of sad face emojis. Put a bunch of sad face emojis on the screen, man. Uh, is that Robert Mello? I'm new to your live streaming, but I'm old to your words and music. You have done a lot for me through your art. God is great. I added that in there. And all I can give back is thank. Oh man, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Robert. That means a lot, man. That means a lot. Yeah. Lady Trill, you'd be surprised. Might not be anyone new. Might just be someone that wants to continue trolling. And every time they get blocked, they create. I mean, either way, that's even worse. That's even worse. It's sad. Like I said, it's sad. Just babies. The babies. Oh, look at the baby. Look at the baby. The baby wants some attention. Oh, look at the baby. I would love to see K-Rino, Gangsta Nip, Scarface, J-Dog do an album together. That's an interesting combination. Yeah. Mars One, how you living? Like a turkey on Thanksgiving. Mars, you still in Arizona? Is that Thiedemann or Thiedemann? See how I asked both sides before I just assumed? Been a long time fan, bro. Is there any future collabs with Zero or Slim Thug? Slim Thug, Zero is always a possibility because we work so much. I love Slim Thug, man. We've never had conversations about doing no music together. I don't see Slim a lot, but I would absolutely do a song with Slim. Okay. Oh, okay. Frank says it's Nate Bomb Boss, the Messiah's partner, the one who did your track on and okay, what's going on, man? See? See how you made me know? Yeah, yeah. See how you made me know? It says double tap the phone to like the video. Okay. What's the difference between major labels and digital streaming platforms? None, just two different types of rapists. Financial, that is. It's two different types of devils, but they're doing the same things. They still taking the majority of them. We just had a long, big blowout argument about that the other night. Me and a couple of the homies. Like I said, they have found a way to suppress the independent artists. So if they have made the music industry to where everything has to funnel through the streaming platforms, then and the streaming platforms being the monopoly in terms of how music is sold, bought, distributed, there's no independent way yet to set up. Okay, I'll set up my own streaming thing. Y'all don't have to go through them. I don't have to go through them as an artist. So now what's happening now is they've monopolized it to where it's like, okay, you know what? We got it sold up and we can pay y'all as little as we want. And the record label's been doing that for years, but it's worse now. Streaming is worse. You make hardly nothing on streaming. Even the big name artists, they struggling as well. I put another baby to bed, y'all. Hold on. They put a baby to bed. EDJ, I see you. Duke says, I still remember you in Willie D's Cleanup Man video. Yeah. That's when my hairline was going way across down, low down here, boy. Yeah. Mr. T said they're not men in the first place. Yeah, I had to change my, they are just of adult age. Not men, but of adult age. We got company, y'all. Yep. What's tonight? Is it a full moon or something? Must be a full moon. I don't know. I should catch up. Hold on, let me see. Am I doing any compilations with D. Ross? Any compilations? No, I haven't done a compilation in a while. Lawrence Huggins, I see you. Yeah, yeah. Open topic, y'all. Open topic, y'all. So anything y'all got to ask me, feel free. Feel free. I see Miss Lady Sample is in the building. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. I'm sorry. Alex Cap, are you friends with Zero and or Trey still? Yeah, man. I mean, Zero. That's my brother. That's gonna always be my brother. You know, and Trey have always showed me love as well. You know, so Brendan Stout, what's going on? Low key kid, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, low key kid. The murder fiend is in the building. Y'all click that like button, man. Let's get to 100 likes before the 1 hour mark. Can we do it? Can we get 25 more likes in the next 10 minutes? For everybody who haven't hit the like button, can we do it? Can we do it? Yeah, the homie Sin passed away, man. Who's on the Epstein list? The homie Sin passed away, I think about a week ago. I got a bunch of songs with Sin, man. That make me want to hear all that stuff we did. Heaven Almighty, you like that betting on me? I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Wa alaikum salam, brother Chris. Did you go to Slavish Day this year, brother Chris? Alex says, were you friends with Pharaoh? Yeah, that was my dude. Love Pharaoh. That's my homie, man. I'm going to reach out to Pharaoh, try to write him. Beatbox says, I was crunk when I heard that Spice One song with you and Tretch. Yeah, shout out to the OG Spice One, man. Man, like, y'all got to understand something, man. I've been so blessed to have just iconic legends that y'all don't know what I'm going through back here. I've been blessed to have iconic legends that I came up listening to put me on their projects. It's crazy. Cause I don't ask to be on these projects. So when I look at some of the artists that have reached out to me to ask me to get on records, man, it's like, it's mind blowing to me. So yeah, so just the song with Spice One would have been cool. You know, that'd have been amazing for me. But then I find a Tretch on the record. I'm like, wow, that's crazy, man. And like somebody was mentioning Ras Kass earlier. So a lot of people from back in the days, y'all know who these artists are. These are legends. Like, you know, you're younger, you might not understand where I'm coming from. You're like, well, who is he talking about? No, these are legends, icons in the game. So, yeah, that's crazy. Duke says, how often do you write? It's not a pattern. It's not a schedule. You write when the inspiration hits, or if you do set yourself to say, okay, I'm getting ready to start working on a project, then you just try to write consistently until that project is completed. It's that one gray alien. I love your song, The Alien Baby. Would there be a part two? No, I'm not a part two guy like that. I don't do a lot of part twos. I did the Sorcerer Saga. You know, that was a whole saga. It turned into that, but I'm not really a part two guy like that. What up, Spikey? My brother, Spikey, been rocking with me a long time too. We need 18 more likes though. Can we get 18 likes? Can we get 17 likes in 7 minutes? Can we do it? The struggle made me great. The struggle made me great. Yeah, yeah. No, Lou, it's K-Rino. It's not K-Rino. If I had a horn coming out my head like a rhinoceros, then, you know. I think I said something like that in a song. Yeah. What's the problem? What's wrong? What's the matter? You want to talk to the people? What you got to say? Say something. Say something to the people. Y'all ask Spencer a question. Ask Spencer a question. Read the comments, Spencer. He like you read them. Watch out, man. Yeah. I'm really far behind, y'all, so I don't want to. I'm being attacked. But we're talking about little children needing attention. Stop. Duke said, is Shadow Black still doing music? Yeah. I ran into Shadow Black about a year ago, a couple years ago. Shadow Black was so hard, man. Samuel says, when is your song with I Am Lopez dropping? We don't have a song together. I think we were put on the same song. Boy, y'all get ready. The Lopez, I Am Lopez getting ready to pop. She about to be that next one. Shout out to the homie Mo Hustle, man. He got her working. He got her out there doing his thing, doing her thing. I Am Lopez is a beast, man. Jason, I didn't know nothing about the Greek meaning till years and years later. Yeah. Yep. And we got more trolls on this live than we've had the whole time I've been doing YouTube. I know my posture is really jacked up right now, but don't hold that against me, y'all. It's a method to the madness. DJ, is that DJ E? What's going on? Ethan, what's going on? Yeah. Mr. Urban World is up in this thing. What are your thoughts on the blackout? I feel one day of not shopping is pointless and they'll make their money right back. Well, and that's always been one of the counter arguments when there's a boycott or like it's being referred to in this particular instance as a blackout. And I understand where you're coming from because sometimes we do have a tendency to overcompensate later on. So if we'll take one day to say, okay, we're not gonna financially support any of those corporations, and we're not gonna spend money with them or whatever, then the next 2 days you go back and buy all the stuff you didn't buy from that day. So discipline has to be factored in. We have to have discipline, and in my opinion, it has to be done over an extended period of time for the impact to really be felt. Now, thankfully, in order for me to be able to even kind of elaborate on this topic, this is not my first rodeo with this whole concept, like what's being called the blackout. I was at the Million Man March in 1995, right? So the 20-year anniversary of the Million Man March was in 2015. So in 2015, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he called for what Martin Luther King said, to redistribute the pain and to not spend money during the holiday season, to boycott and not spend those money with those corporations during the holiday season. But that season is an extended period of time. So the impact will be felt a lot stronger from October all the way through the new year, you know, 'cause that's months if we are disciplined enough to do it. So, but at the same time, I don't knock the effort or the idea, even if it's for one day, because it's a start. Because a lot of people, even if it's just this one day, this may be their first exposure to this type of initiative in their lifetime, and it may open the door for somebody to sprout up something more. But I don't want us to think that this is some new concept, because there have been many great leaders, black leaders among us, that have been calling for this, because history has shown us that it works. If we go back to the bus boycotts in Alabama back in the times of Dr. King, they almost put the bus companies out of business. So they had to change their rule, that Rosa Parks rule. You know, they had to change that because black people committed themselves to say, okay, we're not catching the bus. We're not giving these bus companies our money that keep oppressing us, that don't appreciate our money, telling us you go sit in the back and all this stuff. So you don't appreciate us. You're not going to get our dollar to appreciate our dollar. And when they started losing money, which is the premise now, but it needs to be for an extended period of time. And I think that's where the greater impact is going to come, even though I don't knock what they are trying to do. I don't knock it at all. I'm in full support of it. But study the ones that came before. And you know, we still have the minister is still among us for now. And his representatives are among us in vast quantities and high abundance. So there are people you can reach out. Reach out to Brother Nuri. Reach out to Brother Abdul Qiyam. Reach out to Dr. Wesley. Reach out to brothers who understand Derek Muhammad. Reach out to these brothers who understand this concept, these principles. Brother Abdul Halim, who understand these principles of the boycott, of the financial withdrawal and holdback of our finances, you know, who can organize us and show us how to do it, you know, over a long period of time. We need 7 more likes, man. Christopher Lee, are we getting another album soon? I'm working on it now. I'm working on it now, man. I'm working on it now. Is it possible for independent artists to go around both? Go around what, the labels and the streaming? I mean, it's possible. We had these kind of conversations. A lot of things, I don't say a lot of things, but some that would be some things that got to be put in place. You know, like I said, that's why people, you know, think I'm crazy, because I'm still talking about physical copies. You know, so people are looking at me like I'm some weirdo still talking about CDs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But no, it is a way that artists can still be empowered. I'm not telling the artist to not go through the streaming platforms. Yeah, still go through the streaming platform. That's cool. But the truth of the matter is, it's not going to generate nearly the amount of revenue up like this intentionally. We had a long conversation, and man, shout out to the brother who was doing that math for me a few weeks ago on the live, because what we did was we talked about how I'm sorry, y'all. Turn around. Anyway, man, we talked about how if I were to sell, for example, one, if y'all can't see me, y'all can hear me. If I was to sell one CD on my website, a physical CD, for like $25, and he did the math, he said it would take me 36,000 streams to make $25. So I would need 36,000 streams on a streaming platform to make the equivalent of what it would cost for me to sell one unit. Turn around, turn around, turn around. So, yeah. Let me catch up, man. I'm too far behind. I'm way far behind. See, this dog is famous now. See, this dog. See, you are famous now. People know your name and everything now. It's crazy. He just interjected himself onto the stream. Yeah. Frey Ward, I see you. But yeah, we could do it ourselves, but we would really have to build up a core audience that's gonna support it or create a movement with more people involved, because it's not something that I would be able to do by myself. You know, a movement has to crank up that grows legs and gains traction and becomes popular, where the fan bases are really starting to say, yeah, we're gonna support that. We're gonna support that. Because like I tell people all the time, okay, even if you don't listen to CD, just buy it. Buy it and keep it as a collector's item and do it like that. What's up, Eric E? I see you. Spikey says legal theft. Nah, he ain't trying to tell me nothing. He likes attention. He like those trolls. Get on. Get on. Yeah. Triple OG Darkness, I see you. Shake, I see you. Christ Benedictus said we vote with our dollar bills. It's so easy to do, man, if we just do it. But our problem is we've fallen so much in love with Gucci, Louis, Nike, what else? I can't think of no more name brands off the top, but y'all get the point of what I'm saying. We so in love with them, man. We feel like if it ain't those brands, then it's not. It don't make sense. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had to catch up, y'all. I was too far behind. I was too far behind in my comments, man. So here's the deal. Cause like I said, me and the homies, we was arguing for hours the other night. But it is a travesty for a label or a streaming platform to feel that it's okay to take an excess of 90+% of the earnings from an artist's hard work, hard earned, blood, sweat, and tears, creative art, and you think it's okay for you to take almost 100%. See, because here's the deal. If we look at what the streaming platforms are paying the artists, right? And this is our weekly segment where we discuss streaming. It comes up every week. If we look at what the platforms like Spotify, which is probably the lowest one, there's some other ones that people say pay a little bit more or whatever. Okay, whoop-de-doo. But if we start with Spotify and we take we look at the 0.00000003 or whatever it is, right? We look at that and see how low that is on the receiving end for us as artists. But if you flip it around and lay it out in terms of the percentage that the platform is getting, that turns into like 99 point whatever. So they are receiving 99% minimum per stream off of your work, my work. And it's people that think that's fair. it's mind blowing. It's crazy, you know. So that's the world we live in. So if we don't figure out a way to free ourselves from that digital shackle like that shackle, it's gonna be a problem. D Razor, I appreciate that love, man. Appreciate that donation. You know, and it is a way. You know, it's like I say, a movement has to start that will make the fan base understand where the artist is coming from. See, a lot of the fans, a lot of consumers of music who have subscriptions to the streaming platforms and things of that nature, they don't know the details of the payouts. They don't know that. It's not their fault. So they don't know. Now, if they knew that, there would be some fans that go, what? But there would be other fans that go, I don't care. That's just the reality. That's just life. But for the ones that would be like, what? That's all they get? That's crazy. And they are fans of whoever their favorite artist is, and they want their favorite artist to be prosperous, then those are the ones who need to be petitioned to get on board. Like, look, well, this is what's happening. This is what, so, you know, artists are gonna release physical copies. You know, we just asking for y'all support on the physical. You can still get it. You can still keep your subscription to the platforms. You can still get it how you get it, but support it in a physical form or download it. Get a $10, get a $9.99 download. That's a lot better, you know. So yeah. Leighton says, absolutely, legend. More talent than 90% of the artists out there. My father loved you and had, salute, man. Salute to your pops, man. Rest in power. Rest in power, man. But yeah, I mean, this is where we are, because the devil is gonna always find a way to adjust to the wisdom of those who he's been able to oppress. So you oppress, they oppress. We figure out a way to get around it. They readjust, restructure, start us back over again. We have to readjust now. You know, it's like a boxing match. So that's where we are right now. We in the point where the artists are now, we against the ropes now. The artists are against the ropes now. When you go back 30 years ago, 25 years ago, we had them on the ropes because we could sell thousands and thousands of units without even needing a major label. And of course, the digital stuff didn't exist at that time, but we could do fine and never have to worry about hoping to sign with some major or anything like that. But even that was an illusion, because even then they was taking the majority. The best option you had was that they would give you a bunch of money up front. Okay, give me that money, give it here. So it's a boxing match, man. It's a chess match, I guess we would say that. Hold on, y'all, I missed somebody. I missed somebody. there. Lady Trill. That's where the labels come in. As for the streaming platforms, come in more. See, the labels make money off the streaming as well. Labels are making billions of dollars a quarter. It's the labels and the streaming platforms, not the artists. The artists are not eating at all. Yeah. And like I said, that's what I was explaining. The ways to go around that, a movement had to be started to get the fans on board. Your fans have to be on board to say, okay, like if you look at I always use this example where Snoop said he had a billion streams, and on those billion streams, he said he only made like $45,000. So if he made $45,000 off of a billion streams, the question would be, how much did the streaming platforms make, or whoever else was involved or get a piece of those billion streams, for him to only make $45,000? So what Snoop would have had to do, if he so chooses to do it, he would have to say, hey man, I'm putting out my next album and I'm dropping it on CD. Or I'm putting, as well as stream, or I'm putting out my next album and I'm not even putting it out on the streaming platform. I'm putting it out where you just got to download it. So download would be like $10. But to ultimately answer your question would be something that I suggested a while back. And it's similar to what we're talking about with this Blackout, which somebody brought up a few minutes ago. If every artist in the industry decided that they were not going to release the album on the streaming platforms for 1 year, they would have to come back to the table and renegotiate the payout percentages on streaming. If every artist in the industry, now the problem with that, when you have mainstream artists that are signed to labels, they are contractually obligated to release albums, whatever, and they're gonna go through those streaming platforms of the label. But if they just say, forget it, forget y'all. Yeah, I know I'm on your label, but I ain't dropping nothing. Nothing is being generated. No revenue, no musical revenue is being generated for 1 year, independent or commercial, mainstream. Think about how much money they would lose. Think about how much money they would lose. The problem would be getting the artists to get on board, just like we talked about with the boycotts and all that. The problem is, it's a lot of Negroes it's a lot of buck dancing, bootlicking, cooning, ham-boning Negroes that always got something to say, but yet they always putting all their energy into the other mechanisms of this world with no issues. They don't have no problem paying this out. Uncle Sam gets this gets this, he gets that. They don't got no questions for that. So that's the problem. So if the artists say we ain't dropping nothing for a year, no new music comes out, Spotify, it'd be spotted dry. Just be dry, nothing out. All of them. Now it's gonna be like, okay, what y'all want? Guarantee it. Because I just told you they make billions of dollars. You snatch them billions of dollars from them, man, they're gonna say, what y'all want? Think about what kind of devil you gotta be to think it's okay to take 90-some% of people's money. See? And think about how ignorant we gotta be to keep letting it happen. See? Triple OG, signing with Satan. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ricky Runyon, they listen to the field and promote corrosive material, and then it's mimicked to be status quo. And the leaders that speak for the solution is overlooked by the fans. Man, you boy, Ricky boy, you preaching. You just preach the word. Shake says independent sounds like the way. Yeah, I mean, it's always been the way. But what I'm saying is that they figured out how to intervene. See, the independent artists moved, just coasted along without, we don't care nothing about the labels. They figured out a way to intervene in that and throw a monkey wrench in the game of even the independents, because they eliminated the physical copy. So now if there's no such thing as a physical copy, even the independent is forced to go predominantly digital. See? Now there's still a few, like say, they still doing the physicals. I still do physicals. But a lot of the big name artists, Kanye West probably won't have physical copies if he drops an album. Drake probably, I'm not tuned into that. Somebody would have to tell me if Drake's last album had, when Beyonce dropped the country album that she just won the Grammy, was that available on CD? I don't know. If it wasn't, then that speaks to my point. It speaks to my point of saying, okay, now Beyonce, whereas that album might have went double platinum in today's musical realm, right? She might have sold a couple million physical units, right? Okay. Now that turns into streams, not necessarily a couple of million streams, but however many streams it turns into. What her take is, what she brings in off of that, it's not gonna match up. Even though the labels were not paying a heavy percentage per unit, even in the physical copy days. But as far as independence, oh, it was nice. It was nice. It was nice. It was real nice. So an organization has to come. Some got to spark this thing off, man. And we got to make the fans aware of it. And like I say, some will care, some won't. But we can't allow it to be okay for labels and big CEOs and these companies to feel like it's okay to take all the money. You didn't make these songs. What's up, Myron? I appreciate the love. What's up, Mark Tucker? Wayne Kerr. Wayne Kerr say music sucks these days. Taco, how do you keep your hustle so strong? P.S. I met Lil Flea in the wild. I wish I got to chop it up with him more. Man, shout out to the OG Lil Flea. Man, I mean, I don't think my hustle's strong enough. I gotta strengthen it up a little bit more. But it's just consistency, bro. That's all. You just stay consistent, you know. Treat your own independent effort with the same respect that you treat getting up to go work for somebody every day on their job. That's what it all boils down to. Whatever it is you do, I'm not just talking about music. Whatever it is you do for yourself, approach that with the same mindset as you do when you set your alarm at night and get up at 6 in the morning to go clock in. with somebody who can tell you that your services are no longer needed at any time they get ready. That's all it is. Spikey said, and they sleep good. Yeah. Shout out to Lady Trill for the love and the donation, the super chat. Having a coon off. Yeah. These cats be, man, look. A lot of us, so many of us, knowingly or unknowingly, we just indoctrinated into the westernized way of things. Just what it is. Knowingly or consciously or subconsciously, we look at how this world operates and we think it's okay. It's not. It's just not. It's foolish to think that. It's foolish to think that robbing people is all right. Not even having the mind to say, okay, well, let's at least negotiate. They bring something to the table, we bring something to the table. Logically, just speaking logically. Let's negotiate a fair price. The problem is there's no fairness in them, in their heart and their mind. There's no fairness in them. They're devils. So it's hard to negotiate with a devil because the devil comes into the meeting he's already planned on how he's gonna mess you out your money. He comes in thinking like that. They've had a meeting before the meeting. Well, this is what we're gonna tell. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Nah, there's no fairness in them. Yeah. D said it's hard being black and gifted, but it don't seem like we're gifted enough to fall back and show what our gifts is truly worth. Some, not all. I made a video about that today. Some, not all. It's not hard being black and gifted. What makes our situation hard is not being knowledgeable and organized. That's the part that's messing us up. We don't acquire enough knowledge, and then we don't organize within ourselves. Shout out to my big brother, Dr. Abdul Halim, who emphasizes and stresses the importance of us being organized. That's the thing, because it could be 25 people not 25 people. It could be 25 places around the country, different areas around the country with individuals who think just like we thinking on this chat right here, but we're scattered out, we're spread out. We're not on a string. We're not consolidated. And that's what has to happen. And if we get comfortable with the crumbs that the devil give us, then that's how we land where we are right now. We comfortable. I got my little 200 off of my 80,000 streams. Nah. Landon Williamson says the stream scheme episode on the Underground Dialogue. They slept on it, Landon. They slept on it. We've been talking about this stuff, man. And we're not through. We're going to go into more detail. We'll do part 2s on our podcast because a lot of things change and a lot of new developments come about. We'll do a part 2 on that. Y'all be sleeping on our podcast, man. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. Yep. Ricky says it ain't all music. There's a role in every function of life. Not glory, baby, but respect and worth comes from small things that add up into something big. Man, boy, that boy's at the pulpit. See, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I said it could be 25 different areas of the world and somebody talking the same talk we talk, but it seems like, oh man, we're small in numbers. No, we're not small in numbers, we just small in our unity, and we're not always aware of each other. Yeah. Big E say that's like a street taco vendor selling for himself and giving over 60% to Taco Bell. No, giving 90-something% to Taco Bell. They not even close to giving 40% in the music industry. There's never been a time, even in the days of physical copies, where the artist got 40%. So 40% on $1. No, that ain't happening. You lucky if you get 40 cent on an entire unit sale. CD costs $15, 40 cents off of that. So yeah, you would be giving Taco Bell 90%. Hold on, Miss Lady Sample. You hitting us with some words tonight. You said central hetero, what's that? Chromia is also related to synthesia. What is this? What are we talking about? You sound like nephew. You sound like Jovan tonight, who teaches us all the words. What's up, Zebra? They are all devils. All devils. Got some black ones too. Make no mistake about it. Because we learned the game from them, and then we start doing artists the same way they do us. We messed up, bro. Mr. Black, what's going on? Mr. Black 44. What do you think our people need to witness in order for us to really come together and wake up out the man? It's coming. It's coming. That's a great question. It's a scripture that talks about the dry bones in the valley. And the prophet was prophesying to the dry bones. And the bones wouldn't move. The bones wouldn't react. And the prophet was just prophesying to the bones. So the prophet went to God, and God said, don't prophesy to the bones. He said, prophesy to the wind. So he prophesied to the wind, and the wind started to blow against the bones, and the bones started to move. And then, well, the wind represents these so-called powers that be, this government, these cats that's in office now. They gonna start whipping on us and doing things. We already see little sample sizes of it where you see black people starting to complain about certain things being taken away, and they're taking it. They ain't even started swinging the belt yet. So when they start to press on us so hard that we can't bear it in the form and fashion that we've been dealing with it up until this point, dealing with things up until this point, we can't maneuver like that. We're going to be forced to come together based on how they start whooping us. So that's the answer to the question. Because, we're going to be slow to move as long as we can move when we feel like moving. It's confirming or conforming. Come a chameleon. Here they come and go. Spikey said, I came across very important knowledge, and now I'm coming to a realization that they want me to join the army. I keep getting fired from every job, no matter how good and respectful I am. Yeah, they never loved you. Don't join the army, though. Not now. Don't join the army. Huh. Eric E. says the way to not get played is by not playing the game. Yeah, if you ain't in the game, you can't get dunked on. Yeah. Come, a chameleon. They come and go. It's open topic, y'all. Is that Jade? Okay. Thought Jade, I didn't know Jade was a child. Gray, gold, and green. Gray, gold, and green. Come on now. Meanwhile, the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast is up. And I don't know how many H-Town people are in Texas and surrounding areas, but back in the mid-2000s, there was a sister out here. Her name was Candy Red. She had a song called Independent. We say Independent Women. But she had the city on fire, man. She was doing some big things, man, major deals, which she spoke about and found out that they wasn't really major. And we just interviewed her on the podcast. Y'all be sure to check that interview out, man. I mean, she really broke it down and she didn't pull no punches at the same time. That culture club used to be jamming. I don't care what nobody say. No, Taco, you good, Taco. Yeah. Kendrick McCall, where can I buy your books and CDs? We're working on a website, but in the meantime and in between time, I don't know how to do my whatchamacallit on this thing here. Well, just try to remember this. Send me an email. So we can do it through Cash App. My email is spckrino@aol.com. Just hit me up. Let me know it's you. Let me know what you want to get. Let me know what you want to spend, and I'll put together a package for you. I will put together a package for you. Am I glitching? I'm glitching? Am I glitching? Am I glitching? Y'all can't hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, we good? We good? Let me see 10 people say they can hear me. Let's make sure. Let's make sure we good. It might not be me. Might be y'all. Okay, cool. Cool. It quit for a bit? All right. Well, you know how it go, man. You know, when you start going in a little bit, they'll silence you. 1 minute, I'm like, yeah, man, these records. I'll be just about to give y'all the best information. I'll be like, I'm going to tell y'all, I just found out the secret. This is the ultimate answer to all our problems. See, all you got to do is that's how they're going to do it. David says, are you feeling your age like I am? No, man, I'm good. I'm good, David. How old are you, David? How old are you, David? David Ramos. Not David Mia, David Ramos. How old are you, David? But I'm good. My issue, the issues I have is, I play ball 3 times a week, so I get injured sometimes. Like right now, I'm dealing with some crap on my leg. I got an injury that I'm dealing with. But as far as just how I feel, I still feel pretty good. I'm not saying that I'm the same guy I was when I was 25 or 30, but I'm all right. I'm all right. I've slowed a little bit, but I'm all right. I'm in pretty good shape. I'm in pretty good shape. You have your good days and your off days. Yeah, they be sleeping on Boy George. Apocalyptic. Yeah. Well, let me tell you something, D. Let me tell you something, D. If it's in your mind that you don't want to be here, then what I need you to do, I need you to ask yourself, what are the reasons why you feel like that? What are the factors in your life that make you feel like they're that serious that you don't want to be here? Because one thing I do believe, and that I believe I know, is that you here for a reason. See? You quoting some lyrics, but I don't want that to be your thoughts. Just in case they are, you here for a reason, man. Sometimes it's hard to find that reason. Sometimes we got to figure that part out, and it's a little tough. But the Most High didn't make a mistake. See, our parents made a mistake. I was brought into the world. My mama was 16, my daddy was 17 in high school. So clearly, they didn't intend for me. I was not planned by my mother, who lived with her mother, and my father, who was at that time living wherever he could live. So clearly, there was no baby planned for 2 people who had no way of really just supporting a baby like that. So from the standpoint of my parents, I was a mistake. But in God's eyes, I was meant to be here for whatever reason. It's the same with y'all. I don't care what I don't care what you're feeling. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what your mom and daddy said, and I don't care what your wife, husband. It don't matter. There's a power higher than them that had every intention for you to be here. It's up to us to figure out what our purpose is and to make other people know the same thing. Because you'll go through something that's so crazy, but you make it through that. And when you make it through that, now you have a duty and an obligation to help somebody else who might be going through the same thing, or who might be about to go through the same thing. You got a purpose, man. Ain't no accidents made by the creator. We make the mistakes, not him. You're supposed to be here. You mean something. You have value. That's coming from your big brother. Chris Richard, what's going down? Man. I'm a man without conviction. I'm a man who doesn't know. Is that Big Boss? Big Six Boss? I can't see this good. This little bitty thing. Tell them, lady sample. Blessings. Let me say your name. Is that X? We Sam Zero Waste. Trying to show love to everybody. Okay. Oh, we done crossed 100 while I'm running my mouth. All right, y'all. Let me see what we're looking like. Any more questions, comments? True Free Man says, learn from the mistakes. Absolutely. God, as I have been inside your hearts, I knew you before you know. Yeah. They come and go. Man, Kendrick McCall, you like that? Ain't family? All blood ain't family. Yahweh is not the author of confusion. Come on, apocalyptic. Marlise Atkinson says, got it. Recorded too. I'm okay. You said, oh, you're confused. I feel like I've been mentally abused. Just giving the brother this news. You're a poet and didn't know it. How did DJ Screw get that scar on his face? I've heard different stories. I heard the story that Al D told, but I don't know. Shout out to my brother Al D. True Free Man, how do you feel about Sauce Walker in Texas? I love them both, man. I love Sauce, man. I want to interview Sauce because I got some real. My interview with Sauce Walker would be totally different from how everybody else interviewed. I want to interview Sauce Walker. I love Sauce Walker, man. What did it say? Is that Ray Clark here in, what's that? Shaitwan Nepal listening to you, bro. Oh, man, that's what's up. Man, you like Drive? Nobody ever mentions that song. Salute. I love when people mention songs that nobody ever mentions. Do you like Mexican OT? Yeah, I like Mexican OT. Yeah. The majority of us have truly been separated from nature and God's creation. Yeah. Sauce Walker versus Doe Beasley was her. I hope that's over with. All right, man. Drop y'all locations. Let me shout y'all out. Y'all drop y'all locations, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. How many of y'all are gonna go and watch the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast? Can I get a thumbs up if y'all gonna go watch the latest episode of the podcast? As y'all dropping y'all locations, put a thumb up next to it. I want y'all to see. Oh wow, hold on, it's moving too fast for me. Moving too fast for the kid. I don't like nobody saying the N-word. Black, white, Mexican, me. Lou Hybrid is in Erie, Pennsylvania. Is that Lonnie in Dallas, David Ramos in El Paso, Taco in Houston, most hated, and what's that? That's the Bronx, New York. Mr. Black is in OKC. True Free Man is at 100G, Indianapolis, Indiana. Ricky Runyon is in the world but not of the world. Demetrius Rousseau in Chicago. K Solo, Ramadan Kareem, K Solo. Ray Clark out there in Nepal, but from North London. Eric E, Texas on the map. Oh man, appreciate the love. D said I'm surrounded by concrete. Oh, you rapping, huh? Taco, Ridgemont, DJ Yee, Bay Area, California. K Solo is out there in the town, Oakland. Appreciate all y'all. Most hated, everybody. Eric E. Yeah, y'all go watch the podcast, man. Can y'all help blow up our podcast? That with Sam Zero, I'm just calling you Zero Waste. Canada, Native Territory. All right. Landon is in Little Rock, Landon. David is in League City. What's up, David, my homie? Vincent is in Hawaii. Aloha. What did I say? Aloha. Did I say mahalo? Mahalo? I know a little stuff. What's up, Nicholas Alonzo? Eric E. in Pennsylvania. I'm not a big soccer fan, Ray. I can't lie to you. Nicholas is in Argentina. Most hated, Bronx, New York, representing. Boston, Mass. What is this? Is that G-I? Genius? These words are little. I talked to Lil Villain about coming on the show. I bring Lil Villain on. Record TV is in H-Town. Yeah. Ricky is in Indiana. All right. Why not? Northwest Arkansas. Man. My brother Chris still in here with us, man. Out there in OKC. Y'all might win the championship this year in basketball, man. Exclusive OJs in Detroit basketball, Detroit, Michigan. What up, though? Yeah, I got a new album dropping. Somebody here who really know, tell them the name of my new album. That means you really been riding if you know the name of my new album. My regulars know, or they should know. The podcast is called Underground Dialogue Podcast, right on YouTube. It's right here on YouTube. Ricardo, I see you, man. Holland is in the building. You can get my first book, Lonnie. Send me an email. It's SPCKRINO@AOL, and I'll send you the cash out. We have my first and my second book all available now. Thank you, Record TV. The name of my new album is called The Industry. End Us Tree. The tree that's trying to end us. Appreciate that, big boss. I got my email, man. Just send me an email. Wolfgang says, what do you know about magma and the plate we're living on? All those, oh my bad, all those new quakes in Texas, California. I mean, it's fault lines all up under Cali. They got some in Texas, you know. Those fault lines, they shift, and that's what earthquake is. But I believe in who makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. All right, there we go. I see, I'm not gonna say that whole name. Man, when will you collab with MC Ride? Who is MC Ride? Shout out to MC Ride, whoever he is. I gotta familiarize myself with him. Is that Jamie? Third Ward, come on, Jamie. Out there in the tree. You will know. Ooh, my boy Vincent said he got a volcano in his backyard. All right, y'all got about 2 minutes to say what we're going to say. And that would be the end for the rest of the day. Which album out? The Industry album is not out yet. I ain't through writing it yet. But we working. What inspired the title of the new project? Just the condition of the world, just like when I say the industry, the first thought would be the music industry, but I'm talking about all of them. All of them. So you'll see. You'll see. Look up MC Ride. Okay. Shout out. The word for the day is God. How do you come up with some of them flows? God. There it is. All right, man. Once again, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all subscribe to this channel. Always, all y'all who are new, he come in right at the end. He want to give y'all an outro. He want to shout y'all out at the end. You got something to say? Well, look at me. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later on, man. Peace and hair grease.